What's up, guys? This is Cody with F is for Fanatics, and we are back. As you can see, I've been working on some stuff, gave the channel a little bit of a facelift, so you're not seeing that boring StreamYard banner. Like and subscribe, as always. Leave a comment below if you like the banner. I put a lot of work into it, so, little things that take up a lot of time. But today we're talking about the three coaches leaving Florida, why it's really not as bad as what people are saying, aka 247. I love 247's their recruiting stuff, but their articles, I mean, come on. Let's be real. So they released an article a couple months ago when the things were, or not a couple months ago, a couple weeks ago, when things started going south in Miami. And they said, oh, it's not as bad as what it looks like. Oh, Poppy Ruiz must have called in a favor with 247. Because then they released an article today, or a video, saying that essentially after three coaches have vacated and gone on to do better, more high-paying jobs. And Patrick Toney went to the NFL. Kerry Colbert went to the NFL, the wide receiver coach. And the tight end coach, his name starts with a P. I'm going to jack it up. So the tight end coach, he also goes with, he went to Arizona with Patrick Toney. Whatever. Cool. Maybe they're friends. Probably. That's what happens when, you get a good job. Usually you try to help your friends out if there's any vacancies that, if they're good and you think they're going to be a good culture fit, you get them the job. Same thing when I got my job where I work at. A friend of mine that I had worked with a lot off and on throughout the years recommended me for a job because he thought I was going to be a good culture fit, stuff like that. I've been there a year, pretty happy. But anyway, so some things I want to talk about. Alabama. Nobody's writing articles about them. They've had three coaches leave, including one that went to Florida just a couple days ago, our new DC, Mr. Armstrong. Georgia has lost 4 staff members. Miami has lost 5. And Florida has lost 3. Now, all the Alabama coaches went and got better jobs. And when I mean better, they were steps up. They either went to the NFL or they took a step up in position. So you can't blame them there. Georgia, same way. Now they've won 2 national titles. So everybody's trying to get some of that Kirby magic and yank people from their coaching staff. You don't blame them. They've lost 4 people. Miami, we'll save you for last because I got a little bit about you guys. Florida, you lose 3, all 3 of them to the NFL. And so, again, they're getting paid more. They are going to the next level. They are either going into the same position or a lesser position, but it's more money because it's the NFL. So I'm not mad about that, aka Patrick Toney. I think he probably, personally, I think he could have stayed at Florida, made the defense elite and probably got a head coaching job in college, but maybe he doesn't want to do that. College is a headache. You're recruiting all the time. Then you're working on transfer portal. Then you got spring practice. Then you have a little break and you're still recruiting. And then you have fall football and still recruiting. And then you have a little break. And then you have recruiting again. and then transfer portal. So it's constant. These guys don't get a lot of time off. So to make the jump to the NFL, which the NFL is a little bit of a longer season, but the time off that you get and the workload, I would assume, would be less. Now, I don't know. I'm not a college/NFL coach, but there's a lot of the coaches are not, they have a whole, in the NFL, they have a whole division of just watching film. They got guys that just geek out on film like me and just look for players. And then they bring those applicants to the coaches and say, look, this is the 25 best players that are coming out in the draft that we like. What do you think? And then they'll talk to their people and get profiles on them and say, hey, the kid's kind of a nutcase, or the kid's, a good culture fit, and I think we should take him. And then that's how they rate their draft board. Now, with recruiting, you don't really have that. You have the recruiting sites. You have kids in high school that are unproven. And now with NIL, which is a crazy world, you have that. And on top of it, you have transfer portal. So it never stops for college coaches. I get why guys go in and take a head coaching job and they look 5 years older than when they come out and go somewhere else. You're like, geez, this guy's been here 2 years and he looks like death. Yeah, because they're running 24/7, flying all over the place, talking to high schoolers, trying to get them to come, plus talking to transfer portal guys, plus dealing with NIL now. And it's just wild. So you don't blame the guys for going to the NFL. But my little bit about Miami. You had 5 coaches that left, and not one of them got Kevin Steele went back to Alabama for the 3rd or 4th or 5th or 6th time. Okay, cool. It's not really an upgrade. He upgraded programs, yes, but he's been there a bunch. So, but all the other coaches didn't take any. They took lateral moves, and that's not what you want to do. So Miami's got big problems. Okay, and 247 cannot write about it, and nobody really wants to talk about it. But we're going to talk about it here at F is for Fanatics. I'm going to tell you that. I'm going to bang on Miami until you guys beat Middle Tennessee. And don't say Vandy, because Vandy would have whipped your ass too. Okay? Let's get it straight. Let's be real. Keep it 100, as the kids say. They would have beat you like a drum too. You're a bad program and you know it. So don't spin it. Our coaches went to the NFL. Your coaches took lateral moves or less, or don't even have jobs. Big difference, Miami. So I don't want to hear no Canes bullshit talk. Beat somebody. Beat somebody, please, before you come out here talking. Well, Polk County was trying to talk on Twitter. I shut him down. He ain't have nothing to say because he knows they're bad. All right. So anyway, I digress. Sorry. The Miami thing just gets me, just fires me up. Like I said before, there's nothing better. If you could give me a Gator win by 100 or Miami getting beat down by 100, I'd take the Miami getting beat down. I'll TiVo that and fire that thing up for a cold day here in the Midwest with a bowl of chili. I'll watch Miami get just trounced. I love it. So you can't blame the guys for leaving Florida. It's not all bad. The only one that really hurts me is Kerry Colbert after bringing in that elite recruiting class of wide receivers that he brought in. I don't know who they're going to get. There are several names floating around, but I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do on this podcast. I'm not going to guess names and stir the pot. I'm going to wait for the hire to happen, and then I'll dissect it. I'm going to make a video on the new DC. So that's coming up down the pipe. Get ready for that. I'm essentially just going to watch game film, see what I think about them. I'm not going to watch one play or two play. I remember I watched 2 games from this past year, Southern Mississippi, where he was at. The game that Frank Gore Jr. ran for like 9,000 yards. I watched that one. That was a good one. I don't know who that was against. I can't remember. But I watched another one too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to literally lock myself up this weekend, and I'm going to probably watch every Southern Miss game I can watch on YouTube and find. Now, I'm going to watch offense and defense because that tells me 2 things. If the defense is constantly on the field because the offense couldn't move the ball and, it's 90 plays for the defense. Sorry, guys. It's 90, the defense is playing 90 snaps, 100 snaps a game. I'm going to take that into effect. So essentially, I'm going to sit down with a notepad. I'm going to write down everything I really see, and I'm going to grind. I'm going to watch every single Southern Miss game that I can find on YouTube. Okay, guys, because that's what I want to do. I want to give you guys the real information. I don't want to be like all these other podcasts that would say, "Oh, well, I think." No, when I tell you something, I know, and if I don't know, I'll tell you. Facts. I'll just be like, I don't know. Don't know. So, I hope you guys liked the facelift that I gave the stream. Please like, please subscribe. As always, we have a live call-in show Saturday, 3:30. I'm thinking to change it to Sunday, 3:30 throughout the summertime. I don't know yet. I think that would be more effective, but we'll see. So 3:30 Saturday, live, call in. Link will be in the description below. Be on the lookout for that DC video. That will probably be posted Monday because it's going to take me a while to watch all the game film. And I just want to tell you guys thank you. I'm fired up. Oh, and I think I'm going to get a counter to how many days till college football kicks off. So I got to figure out how to put that in the screen too. So I'm going to work on that. But anyways, thanks guys again. We will see you later. All right.